Busch Gardens Hallowscream starts on September 8th. Let's look through all of the scare zones and where the house locations are so that you can be prepared to have an amazing time. I'll give you all the storylines that I know.
The first location is Big Ed's Demolition Derby. This is a brand new scare zone where you step into the twisted and adrenaline-fueled world of Big Ed's Demolition Derby. He has pulled together some of the roughest, toughest, and meanest baddies from all over Hallowscream and brought them here to compete. There's always room for some surprise guests. Step up and see how long you can survive and navigate this automotive nightmare. This scare zone is called the Shortcut. Cutting through the cemetery may seem like an easy way out, except when the corpses rise from the ground only to drag you back into their grave with them. Last year, I remember this being more religious based, and this was kind of a church. Back a second ago, you could see an area where, and even this Hallowscream sign is over a section beneath these werewolf statues that I think scare actors are going to be able to reach an arm out and, swing towards it, which I think will be pretty cool. I don't remember that distinctly from last year. They have a little bit of a graveyard section, but the main showpiece are any of the werewolf statues. This is a tinier one. They do have a larger cemetery towards the front, and then this one says, "Beneath the cold hard stone, I offer you eternal slumber." Ooh. And this is the Bloodline bar. They serve things like the blood bags. Circus is a death-defying act and stunt show that you can find over here at the Stanleyville Theater. The Forgotten Uprising, be brave, be fearless, survive the night, and rise up against the vampires before they take back the city and kill every human in their way. So that's the entrance for that. Returning this year is a new scare zone from last year called Raven's Mill. Within the walls of a cornfield lies a horrific nightmare you cannot awaken. The scarecrows of Raven's Mill are ready for you. And I nicknamed this pumpkin Jaws. I have another one that I nicknamed Dizzy Lizzie. There she is. This is one of the better scare zones as they have all these different demonic scarecrow figures. You can see them here. There's also a tool shed in there where scare actor will jump out. All of these little different tiny alleyways, nooks that scare actors can be hiding in. Plus they did this amazing, in front of a scarecrow stand, a scare actor was standing still and then would jump out at you as well. Plus it's one of the larger installations with this giant mill section as well. Always look out for the scarecrow with the raven in his hand. Hysterical. Coming back in a new location is the scare zone Beyond the Veil. The dark fairies and orcs are dying for you to experience the depths of their magical, sinister forest. Think you have what it takes to go beyond the veil? This is horrifying at night because there is nothing to see, and all of these wood sections, bushes, they are not safe havens. They are holding scare actors who jump out of these little tiny tunnels. Really beautiful, well done, well thought out. I think this was well established as one of the premier sections from last year. This house, Witch of the Woods, was my least favorite. It was sparsely filled, but you walk back to this section and it's almost all in the woods. The witch is back and just as wicked as ever. Curiosity has brought many travelers into this dark forest, but only bone-chilling stories and dying screams will make their way out. With each step deeper into the woods, the prospect of survival quickly fades as demonic disciples hunt wandering intruders through their abandoned village. It's kind of like a hidden demonic kill cult, but I just wish that they added some more scare actors. Maybe it'll be a little bit better this year. Who knows? 3 new shows. One here called the Raveyard, which is going to be specialty cocktails and dancing. There's going to be Scary Okie, as well as Rock the Grave, which is a new explosive, high-energy live stage show. I'm going to make an argument that this scare zone last year, which is returning the Junkyard, is more like an outdoor house. It has way more set pieces than any single other scare zone and way more scare actors. So I think this is one of the better storylines, and I kind of act as it's a 6th house. It's kind of like 5B. But the Junkyard, you'll find more than spare parts as you rummage through this surly scrap site. Will you make it out in one piece, or will you be devoured by the haunted rubble? It's like a bunch of zombies inside here. Really fun interactions and tons of either stilt or sliders will be in this area. so excited for the DH Baggum Circus of Fear new house. Come one, come all to the most terrifying show you'll ever see. DH Baggum brings all of his monstrosities that are sure to make your spine tingle and your blood run cold. Who's scared of clowns? Because it's a new house. This is the scare zone that I'm most excited for. Brand new this year to Busch Gardens Hallowscream is Sin City Zombies. On the outskirts of a Vegas strip lies a rundown motel, home to some of the best entertainers to ever live and overrun by zombies who run rampant. Try your luck and hope your number wins, because this is one town you don't want to lose in. I love that it says no body parts in the pool, no knives or saws in the pool, and don't eat flesh near the pool. Only ghouls don't obey the rules. There's always some really good dark humor in Hallowscream, not only in the houses, but of the scare actors too. I hope you don't need ice, because there is something gross underneath that tarp. We head over to a repurposed chapel. This used to be part of the shortcut, but it's over here being utilized for Sin City Zombies, and underneath that little tarp, it says Graceland Wedding Chapel. So I'm curious who's getting married in this scare zone. Not me, that's for sure. I want to give you a tip. If you've never been to Hallowscream, look for little cubbies like this, because this is where the scare actors will hide. Any of these little outcropping areas, they will pop out of them. It looks so tiny. Trust me, that's where they're waiting for you. I forgot to record it, but the Residence Home for the Holidays is coming back. It's kind of the funny house. It's Santa, it's Christmas themed, but this Stranglewood Estate is the best house we have at Hallowscream. And in fact, it goes toe to toe with much bigger budgeted houses in all of the haunts in Florida. And if we actually take a little tiny peek in here, you can see a little bit of the bride, but she haunts this house. Miss Stranglewood is back for more haunts and has something sinister waiting behind every corner. Once a lively home filled with laughter and lavish parties is now filled with darkness and the evil spirit. Welcome back to Stranglewood Estate. I cannot wait to go through this house.
There's all of the scare zones and updates for things that are coming up here for Hallowscream over in Busch Gardens in Tampa. If you want to see more from last year, especially my ratings of things like Stranglewood Estate, go check out this Busch Gardens Hallowscream last year event. And you can learn a lot more.